Hello, today we are on another adventure. We're leaving the Isle of Lewis, we're leaving the Outer Hebrides, really sad. We're aiming to get to Glenshee ski area. Right now on the Isle of Lewis, I think we already seem to have enough snow. And we're leaving in lots of time to get the ferry because, as you can see, we're going to need to take it quite easy on the way to Stornoway. Okay, it's actually starting to prove a little bit difficult to see where the road is. So we'll keep going for now until we find somewhere to stop. Well, it is 5:10, and as you can see, this is really not nice weather to be driving in. We stopped at a lay-by and checked the weather. It's due to get down to -7 tonight. Oh, now that's a very welcome sight. as you can see, conditions are continuing to deteriorate. We're about 20 miles, I think, away from Inverness. We do 25 miles an hour. I've stopped and had a look on the map, and there is a campsite, the Strathpepper, down the road. However, it's not clear from the campsite whether or not it's even going to be open. If it's not, and they can't take us, I'm not really sure what to do. It's 6 o'clock in the evening, and as I say, we're about 20 miles from Inverness. But this is not fun. Oh, please let it be open. No luck. The shop's open, but the campsite is closed. The lady has advised that we maybe look at Dingwall. There might be a site at Dingwall, so we'll have a look on the map. If not, I think I'm just gonna go to Inverness and park up somewhere, so at least we've kind of got the safety of a city, because there is nothing like weather like this and a dodgy battery to make you feel a little bit vulnerable. So we'll see. So we've just checked the internet, and Dingwall Camping and Caravan Club site is closed until March. It's 6:20. I just don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. We'll head to the city, to Inverness, we'll fill up with diesel and then make a decision. Right, so we have found a place where we can fairly safely and legally park near the river in Inverness, or we can park here until 8 o'clock in the morning, and then we've got to move on because that's when it becomes resident permits only, or some kind of permits only. Just been looking on the internet, and it's just as well we didn't try to get any further because most of the snow gates are all closed tonight, so there would have been no access to any of the resorts or anything anyway. So we're just going to have some soup, homemade soup that my friend Kathy packed me off with. This has not been ideal tonight. I really didn't think that the driving conditions would be quite that bad, but there again, when we got the van, at least we got somewhere warm to sleep as long as the battery holds out for the night. So in the meantime, thank you Kathy for your delicious soup. Just the job on a cold, snowy January evening. So good morning. Things are going from bad to worse here. We couldn't carry on last night because of the weather and the driving conditions, and there were no campsites open, so we've had no option but to park up. However, as you know, there's a problem with the battery charging or not charging, and before we went to bed it was already flashing red 11 volts, so there wouldn't be enough battery to keep the fan going through the night, so we had to turn the heating off, which was okay-ish. We got Dougal in bed with me and we piled up the duvets and cushions and blankets, and then this morning have woken up, gone to use the loo, and we found that the camper van has now dumped all its water. But yet all the water is in the gutter right here. 100 litres we had on board, we've now got 0. We're due in at Scott Motorhomes tomorrow to get this sorted. We're meant to go snowboarding today, but I think the moral of the story is when you are touring in extreme conditions, you just don't put any maintenance off. We really should have had this sorted before we went to the islands, because it's turning into a big issue now and it could be an expensive issue. So I'm going to see if we can get to Scott Motorhomes today, but I think snowboarding is out simply because we've got to get this van sorted.